Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making a Desi Shepherd's Pie. So just going to get started. Now what you need is a heavy bottomed pan, and you want to start by sauteing one large onion and 2 to 3 carrots in olive oil. So we want to soften them really well, and then we're going to add the spices. So you can make it as spicy or as plain as you want. What I added was salt, pepper, garlic granules, red chilli flakes, cumin seeds, cumin powder. This actually happened off camera, so that's why you're not able to see it. And I added in some Italian herbs and some parsley and oregano. Now this isn't traditional shepherd's pie, but this is my take on it. And what I did was I kept adding in more until I got the desired spice level. And also at this stage I've added in some tomato puree, and we want to give that a really good mix. And I was kind of going along having a wee smell, and then if I needed to I was adding in more, so I kind of checked it again when I added in the mince. So this is about 1 kilo, maybe a little bit more, of lamb meat, and it's quite coarsely ground. It's not quite fine, so this took a little bit longer to cook. So you can see here I'm mixing it all together. I'm trying to break it down as much as I can. So we need to get rid of all that pinkness and kind of make it brown. This did take, I would say, about 30-40 minutes at least to get it cooked properly. And obviously once this is cooked and it's starting to brown, you can see it's changing here. It does take quite a bit of time to fully change into that kind of browny colour. You can add other vegetables of your choice, but these are the ones that suited me. And once the meat is kind of a lot more cooked than this, that's when you can take a wee taste of it and add any more spices in. And gradually I added in about 1 litre of water, so I just added in about a cup at a time. And this is just one stock cube. All I had was vegetable stock cubes, so you can add that in, and I just kind of try to ground it in so it mixes in. Obviously if you've got lamb or beef or something else, then certainly that would probably enhance the flavour. So I was adding in water to help the cooking process, and also when we were going to put it into our baking tray, we want it not to be dry, so I'm adding in 1 large heaped tablespoon of plain flour. So we want that liquid to turn really thick. We don't want it to be liquidy, we want it to be quite thick. And this is optional as well. Kind of nearly when it's cooked, I've added in a handful of chopped coriander, fresh chopped coriander. And this is what's going to make, these are the touches that are going to make it Desi. So I had said before I added in cumin. I didn't add it in at the start, I added in at this stage because I thought it needed to be, it felt a little bit plain to me. So I just added in some cumin powder, some fresh cumin seeds, some coriander powder, and gave it a really good mix and let it incorporate. It's obviously better to add it in at the stage when it's onions and the carrots are cooking. So you can see here the colours like totally change, but these are the stages when I was tasting it and it wasn't cooked enough as much as I would like because the pieces were quite coarse, and through it I just kind of keep adding in a little bit more water to help it cook and to help it thicken up. Don't panic if it's not fully cooked, it will cook a little bit further when you put it into the oven. So you can see here I'm just adding a little bit of water. I'm cooking it on a high heat to get the lamb almost fully cooked. I don't want to put it in the oven for too long, so that's why I don't want it to not be cooked and then for it to be raw when you're serving it. So you want it to be almost nearly cooked. Even at this stage, once you put it in the tray and top it with like your potato and cheese mixture, you could even cool it down and then freeze it, or put it in the fridge, and then that could be a meal for another night. You just need to pop it in the oven and it's just like fresh. So it's a good meal prep idea as well. So you can see here it looks really watery, but this was it perfectly cooked, and as there's flour in it and it was obviously going to cook further in the oven, I wanted it to thicken up, so This is me just giving it a wee try to make sure it tastes okay, and if there's anything missing I would add in at this point. And it's obviously until you reach your desired taste and texture. As you can see, I tried it and I just topped it up with a little bit more Italian herb or mixed herbs and garlic granules and some parsley. This is completely optional and it's not really part of the official recipe, but this is just my take on it. It's how I liked it and it's how I thought it would make it taste nice and not too plain. And it's obviously, I was making it for my family, for my nieces and nephews, and I don't want to make it too spicy. So at this point I just put the lid on to kind of get rid of some of the liquid, and I put it into this serving glass tray, oven proof obviously. Sorry, this is my husband's wonky camera skills. I mashed some potatoes and with some butter, tiny bit of milk, and I just topped the shepherd's pie with this, and I just used my fork to kind of divide the mixture across evenly, and then I just topped it with some cheese. I just used grated mozzarella cheese on the top. So I'm not saying this is the absolute official version of shepherd's pie, this is my Desi version, and it was so nice. You can top with any herbs just for garnish, so this is just a little bit of parsley and oregano. You can put red chilli flakes on it if you want to make it a wee bit spicy, and it adds a really nice colour to it as well. So then I just baked it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. And this was the final result. It was beautiful, hot. You can serve it with garlic bread, with salad. And I really hope you like it. Thanks for watching, bye.
Like, share, comment and